Hey everybody, daily devotional time. I love y'all very much. I hope you had a great day. Today is March the 9th, 2022. I don't know what's in store for us today. I'm getting ready to check the devotional calendar. Today's March the 9th. We are reading Joshua 15 through 17 today. Caleb was a man of spiritual vision as well as spiritual vitality. And these two qualities led to spiritual victory. Caleb's nephew, Othniel, helped him in one of his conquests and gained Caleb's daughter for his wife. Othniel later became the first judge of Israel and thus carried on the family leadership. It is wonderful when a man of faith can influence others and help them share in the inheritance. Caleb's daughter illustrates a wonderful spiritual truth in chapter 15, verse 18 and 19. After her marriage to Othniel, she returns to her father to ask for a further blessing. Caleb had given her a field, but she also wanted the springs of water to nourish the field. It is wonderful when the Christian continues to ask the Father for greater blessings. And it is especially wonderful when the believer desires the spiritual springs that water the fruitful life. The field that God gives us will never produce fruit apart from the springs of water. John 7:37 through 39. In our reading today, Joshua continues to apportion the land. Ephraim's portion is covered in chapter 16, and Manasseh portion in chapter 17. Proverb for today. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Proverbs 9:9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So March the 9th, we'll read Joshua 15 through 17. I'm looking at this beautiful book. It's the Holy Bible, American Bicentennial Second Edition. It has a beautiful photo of the Liberty Bell. It is just a gorgeous book. I don't even know how to express how gorgeous this book is. The illustrations, it's just fantastic. And of course, it has 100 It has 152 pages of devotional studies, history, critical thinking points, study lessons. It also has the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of the United States. It has the presidents up to Jimmy Carter, because this is an old book and that was the newest president when this book was published. It's an absolute beautiful book. So, Joshua chapter 15 through 17. Chapter 15. The territory allotted to Judah. This then was the lot of the tribe of children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom. The wilderness of Zin southward was the uttermost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward. And it went out to the south side to Maalaach-Rabim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adair, and fetched a compass to Karkar. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out to the river of Egypt. And the goings out of the coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan, and their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth-hoglah, and passed along by the north of Beth-arabah, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debir, from the valley of Achor, and so northward looking toward Gilgal, that is, before the going up to the Adamim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of En-shemesh, and the goings out thereof were at En-rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son Hinnom unto the south side of Jebusites. The same is Jerusalem. The border went up to the top of the mountain that leath before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of Tua, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron, and the border was drawn to Baalah, which is Kirjath Jearim, and the border compassed from the Baalah westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon, the north side, and went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah, and the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Shikron, and passed along to Mount Baalah, and went out to Jabneel, and the goings of out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah, round about according to their families. Caleb conquers Hebron and Debir. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the 3 sons of Anak, Shisha, and Ahiman, and Talmah, the children of Anak. 15. He went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir before was Kirjath-sepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirjath-sepher and taketh it to him, will I give Ashana my daughter to wife. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Asha his daughter to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she lighted off her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a southland. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah according to their families. The cities of Judah. And the uttermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coast of Edom southward were Kabzeel, and Eder, and Jagur, and Kinah, and Dimonah, and Adadah, and Kadesh, and Hazor, and Ithnan, Ziph, and Talim, and Baalath, and Hazor, and Hadattah, and Kirioth, and Hezron, which is Hazir, Amaim, Shemai, and Moladah, and Hazar, Gadesh, and Heshmon, and Bethpai, and Hazar Sha'al, and Beersheba, and Bizjah, Ba'ara, and Aim, and Azem, and Eltlah, and Chesio, and Harma, and Ziklag, and Madmena, and Sansana, and Lebath, and Shaim, and Ain, and Rimmon. All the cities are 29, with their villages, and in the valley, Ethtal, and Zorah, and Ashna, and Zana, and Ingani, and Tapua, and Enam, and Jarmuth, and Adulam, and Sokal, and Azekah, and Sharaim, and Adithaim, and Gedera, and Jederathaim, 14 cities with their villages. Zanan, Hadashah, and Medalga, and Dalian, and Mizpeh, and Joktheel, and Lashish, and Bazkath, and Eglon, and Kavan, and Lahamam, and Kithlish, and Gederoth, and Beth Dagon, and Naamah, and Makedah, 16 cities with their villages. Libnah, and Esther, and Asham, and Jiptah, and Ashna, and Nezib, and Keilah, and Ashrim, and Marashah, 9 cities with their villages. Ekron with her towns and her villages. From Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt and the great sea at the border thereof, and in the mountains Shamir and Jatir and Soko, and Dana, and Kirjah Sana, which is Debir, and Anab, and Eshtemo, and Anim, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages. Arab, and Dumath, and Eshan, and Janum, and Beth Tapana, and Aphekah, and Humtah, and Kirjaharba, which is Hebron, and Jeor, and 9 cities with their villages. Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Juttah, and Zeril, and Jokdeam, and Zanoah, Cain, Gib'anah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Halhol, Beth-zur, and Gedor, and Maarah, and Beth-Anoth, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages, and Kirjath-Baal, which is Kirjath-Jearim, and Rababah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Betharabah, Middin, and Sikaka, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and En-gedi, 6 cities with their villages. Jebusites remained in Jerusalem. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out. But the Jebusites dwell within the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. Chapter 16, Joshua. And the lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho unto the water of Jericho, on the east to the wilderness that goeth up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel, and goeth out from Mount Bethel to Luz, and passeth along unto the borders of Archi to Aaroth, and goeth down westward to the coast of Japhleti unto the coast of Beth Hor, on the nether, and to Gezer, and the goings out thereof are at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance. The borders of Ephraim, and the border of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, was thus even the border of their inheritance. On the east side was at Arath Adar unto Beth Hor, and on the upper. And the border went out toward the sea, Mikmathah on the north side, and the border went about eastward unto Ta'anath Shiloh, and passed by it on the east to Janahah. And it went out down from the Janahah to Arath and Naarath, and came to Jericho, and went out of the Jordan. The border went out from Tappuah westward unto the river of Kanah, and the goings out thereof were at the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim by their families, and the separate cities for the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of the Manasseh, all the cities with their villages. And they drove not out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites unto this day, and serve under the tribute. Chapter 17 of Joshua. The territory of Manasseh. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph. To wit, for Machir, to the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war, therefore he had Gilead and Bashan. And there was also a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh by their families, for the children of Abiezer, and for the children of Halek, and for the children of Asriel, and for the children of Shechem, and for the children of Hephner, and for the children of Shemizah. There was the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their families, but Zelophehad, the son of Hephner, the son of Gilead, the son of Meshir, the son of Manasseh, he had no sons, but daughters. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the princes, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brethren. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among the brethren of their father. So Joseph's brothers, daughters. And there fell 10 portions to Manasseh, because Manasseh is Joseph's firstborn son. And there fell 10 portions to Manasseh beside the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side of Jordan. Because the daughters of Manasseh had an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. So Manasseh is the firstborn of Joseph, and the Lord had promised Joseph inheritance for his sons and for his daughters. So his sons had the land of Gilead, and his daughters had the inheritance of the land of Bashan, which was on the other side of Jordan. And the coast of Manasseh was from Asher to Michmethan, and layeth before Shisham. And the border went along the right hand unto the inhabitants of Tappuah. Now Manasseh had the land of Tappuah, but Tappuah on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the coast descended unto the river Kanah, southward of the river. These cities of Ephraim are among the cities of Manasseh. The coast of Manasseh also was the north side of the river, and the outings of it were the sea. Southward it was Ephraim, and northward it was Manasseh, and the sea and is his border. And they met together in Asher on the north, and in Issachar on the east. And Manasseh had in Ishar and Asher Bethshean and her towns, and Ibleam and her towns, and the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Endor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Taanach and her towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, even 3 countries. Yet the children of Manasseh, so the children of Joseph's children, and Joseph's firstborn son was Manasseh, so his children could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites would dwell in the land. Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxen strong, that they put the Canaanites to tribute, but did not utterly drive them out. Sons of Joseph received more land, and the children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot, and one portion to inherit, seeing I am a great people, forasmuch as the Lord hath blessed me hitherto? The Lord and Joshua answered them, If thou be a great people, and get thee up to the wood country, and cut down for thyself there in the land of Perizzites and of the giants, if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee, and the children of Joseph said, the hill is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both of who are Beth Shan and her towns, and they who are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only, but the mountain shall be thine, and for it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only, but the mountain shall be thine, for it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down. And the outgoings of it shall be thine, for thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. That was excellent today. Thank you for studying with me. One thing I felt the Lord was saying to me is that the children of Israel to drive out the Canaanites, because it's going back to where Caleb promised, if you give me Caleb had asked for the mountain in chapter 15. Mount Hebron, or the lands of Hebron. Caleb said Moses has swore the days, saying, Surely the land wherein thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children's forever, because thou hast wholly followed the Lord of my God. And the Lord hath kept me alive. And he said these 45 years, even since the Lord spoke the word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old, and yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me. And as my strength was then, even so is my strength now for war, both to go out and to come in. Now therefore give me the mountain whereof the Lord spake in that day, for thou hearest in the day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. And if so be the Lord will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. So they're trying to drive out. And that was awesome. And so I want to go back and make sure that I read everything that I was supposed to read today. March the 9th, we were supposed to read Joshua 15 through 17, and we did that. Okay. Yay. Have a great day, everybody. Love you.